How's it going, Jack Attackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today we are going to be continuing the Rocky Review-athon that no one watches, and today we're going to be talking about Rocky 5, which came out in 1990, and this is easily the worst Rocky film thus far. However, I will preface this review saying this isn't going to be like a super negative review. I mean, there's definitely problems with this movie, but truth be told, I don't hate this movie. Like, I've seen way worse movies in my life. And if you're one of those people who thinks this ruins the franchise or is just an awful movie, I disagree. I don't think it ruins the franchise. I mean, it's definitely not great. This movie's not a great movie. Dare I say it's not even good, but it's definitely not bad. It's just kind of okay and mid. But yeah, we'll get into all the things that I like and dislike and yada, yada, yada. Let's actually get into the proper review. But of course, this is the fourth sequel to the original film, and I believe this was just a cash grab from Stallone, because this came out like 5 years after Rocky 4, because I think I made a mistake saying that Rocky 4 came out in 1986 in my last review. I believe it came out in 1985, so yeah, this came out 5 years after, and you can tell that they didn't necessarily plan this one that well. I mean, for one, why in the hell is Rocky Jr. so old? I mean, did I miss something? I feel like I might have missed something. Let me know down in the comments, but I feel like, you know, the kid in Rocky 4 is, I don't even know, probably like 7, maybe, I don't know, and now he's all of a sudden like 11 or 12? Huh? Where did all the years go? I mean, I'm just so confused, because Rocky gets back from Russia, and then like Rocky Jr. is however old. He looks way older, is the point I'm trying to make. However, I will say it is very cool that Sylvester Stallone got his real son to play his son in this movie. That's cool, you know, whatever. And I don't think you know, Rocky Jr. is a bad character or anything. I mean, there are some moments. This movie definitely focuses on him quite a bit in this movie, but I don't think he's a bad character or anything. I think he's all right. You know, I don't think he's particularly interesting, but I've seen I've seen worse characters, and I do kind of like Rocky and Rocky Jr.'s relationship in this. The funniest part is when Rocky Sr. stumbles upon one of the drawings that his son drew, and it's like this picture of apparently one of his teachers with like massive breasts, and Rocky's like, I wouldn't show these to your mother because she doesn't know French too good, because apparently it was his French teacher or something. I didn't explain the joke well enough. It's very funny though if you've seen the movie. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But that was so like what? Like it caught me so off guard, and I just like, what is going on? And also apparently Rocky can do magic in this movie. He does like just like little magic things by pulling stuff out of mostly Rocky Jr.'s ears. That's like a weird little quirk of this movie, that apparently he can do magic. I don't know why he can, but okay. And I like how this one, you know, in theory, I should actually like this movie way more than I do. Again, I don't hate this movie, but, you know, it's kind of like a back to basics almost. You know, we have the Balboa family, kind of, they lost their money and they're going back to their old neighborhood back in Philly. And, you know, I think it's kind of cool that they did that. You know, it's some of the same filming locations from like the first two Rocky films. And that's kind of what I was missing in Rocky 3 and 4. The locations are very different, which is kind of cool. You know, Rocky in Russia was dope, but, you know, I don't know. I did kind of miss some of the old filming locations, to be honest. And it was cool to see that. But for some reason, it doesn't entirely work. I mean, the plot of this movie is it's a little different, but for some reason it just doesn't work. I mean, you have this guy Tommy who Rocky starts to kind of train, and he starts off as a good guy, and then Tommy kind of ends up being actually an asshole and kind of, I guess, greedy in a way, and kind of disses Rocky, and he's like, oh, you didn't do anything for me, I don't really like you anymore, whatever. And, you know, I didn't really like the character of Tommy. I think that the actor who plays him was a real boxer in real life, like Tommy Morrison or something. Don't ask me if I know. Don't ask me if that's correct, because I don't know that much about boxing, but I'm pretty sure I did a little research. I think he's a real boxer in real life, or at least was, because he might have died. I don't know. I'm making shit up. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. Well, I didn't really enjoy this movie, but I really enjoyed certain aspects of it. But I just, I really thought this movie could have been a lot better, but it's not bad or anything. And I don't want to say it's underrated or anything, because it's not underrated. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. It's, yeah, this would have been grim watching this in 1990, thinking this is the last Rocky film you'll ever see. Thank goodness it wasn't. But yeah, that's kind of all my thoughts on this movie. It's not bad or anything, but it's definitely the weakest Rocky film. And I think it's just the weakest Rocky film, period. Like, the other three movies after this, Rocky Balboa, Creed, and then Creed 2, we'll talk about those in their reviews. But I think this might be the worst Rocky movie. So I don't think that's a hot take, though. I think many people think that. So unless you have differing opinions, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next Rocky review, I guess. Even though no one watches these. What? Sorry. See you in the next one. Peace.